We'll start,
Is it
right?
easier for me to,
Sorry?
is it easier for me to come over there or I'm good over here? There's one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can see you.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So, uh, today we are going to do SPSS. So, in order to,
I'll come a little closer.
okay.
So I can hear you.
Uh,
Alright.
okay. So, go to the program menu, all programs, and you can see there IBM SPSS statistics, and click on IBM SPSS statistics.
Just spin it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how am I getting in? Because I'm not kind of locked up. Is it another user?
The program menu and
What I'm looking for?
IBM SPSS statistics. Click on Windows icon, all programs.
SPSS?
Yes. You can see the keyboard.
All right, thank you.
Go down.
This one, right? Do I need to?
Just log in? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what kind of presentation it was. All right, thank you. Okay.
Shall I move on while, yeah,
I'm sorry?
we don't have much time, so shall I do the presentation?
It's okay with me.
Okay.
You're in charge.
So if you want to exit, go to File and click Exit, right? That is easy.
Yeah, this is still logging.
Yeah. So now we'll learn how to import a dataset into SPSS. Before that, go to the UMBC website and go to CIRC website.
Yeah, I've still got the little scrolling.
Yeah.
It took a while to get there.
These machines are really slow. I don't know why.
Seriously?
There we go.
So first go to the UMBC site and then search, type.
Chromebox spoken feedback is ready. Google custom search. _low. Go to image. Center for internal link.
And go to Software Workshop. Click this
Software workshop. Internal link.
And from here you can find this topic SPSS, and under that there's a data file, Excel data file called Profit. Download that file.
Section main. Profit.xls.
Okay.
Link.
So we are going to import that data set into SPSS, right? So first go to File in SPSS and go to Open Data, right? And have to
Is SPSS on the root directory?
sorry.
Where's SPSS? I've got MATLAB. Ah, okay. That one? Thank you.
Right, and you have to give the file path here.
Windows software work menu. Menu closed. Windows Software Workshops. Center for Interdisciplinary Research and Consulting.
Then you
tab.
have to
Profit.xls.
find the
Link.
folder. You have to change the file type. Since we are importing a Excel folder, you have to select this Excel, right? So then only you can see the
One booted up right there.
data set, right? And click Open.
Profit.f.
Open data, right? Then change the file type into Excel, right? And then after clicking open, you will get this dialog box, right? So this is my worksheet. Say I want to import a certain amount from the data set. You have to give the range that you want to import. Since we are using the complete data set, we are not going to give a range. And if the data set, in the first row of the data set, if it contains the variable names, you should check this one, right? Read variable names from the first row of data. If not, if you don't have the variable names in your first row, you don't have to check this, right? In our case, if you check, go and check the data set, you will find in the first row it contains variable names, right? So because of that we have to check this one, right? Takes time. Okay, after that click OK. Right? So this is my data set, right? So we have 6 variables in our data set, okay? Right. And so say we want to define these variables, right? For that there's an option in the data menu called define variable properties. Click that, go to data, define variable properties, right? Okay. So first we have to scan all these variables into the in order to change the properties, right? What you have to do is first click one variable and click this right arrow, so it goes to this box, right? Likewise you can add all the variables into the right side box, right? And then click continue, right? So now we can change the variable properties. So in our data set you can see this distribution dist variable and commis variable both are nominal variables, right? But profit, area, population and outlets variables are scalar variables, right? So we have to so if you click this, you can see the measurement level in distribution variable is scale, but it should be nominal, right? Therefore we have to change this to nominal, right? If you click this arrow, there will be a drop down menu and click nominal, right?
What's ordinal?
Sorry?
What is ordinal?
What is
ordinal? That was the other one that you didn't mention.
Yeah, ordinal is there are two types of categorical variables. One is ordinal and one is nominal. For ordinal variables, let's say if you have a variable called grades, right? Class grades, so that means A, B, C, D, right? So those are ordinal. We can order those letters. A is highest and F is the lowest, likewise. But if we say for nominal variable, for example, if we have a variable called gender, male or female, there are two types, but we can't order those things. We don't have an order, right? We can't say male is the highest and female is the lowest. We can't say like that. So those types of variable we call nominal variable, and non-nominal variables, and the variables that we can order, the categorical variables that we can order, we call as ordinal variables. So for this one, in this case, this is a nominal variables. This is some sort of a let's say identification number, right? That is nominal, right? Okay, so we can change this as nominal, right? And for commission also, this is nominals. You can see 101010, right? So actually we can give labels for these zeros and ones. So let's say 0 is yes and 1 is no, right? Or else 0 is no and 1 is yes. So in order to give the label, what you have to do is just click on this box, right, and type no, right? then in front of the value 1 type yes, right? Okay, this is for commission levels, right? Okay, so these all of these variables are scale, so you can see these measurement levels are scaled, so you don't have to worry about those things, right? So after that, click OK. Right? So if you go to this tab, here you can see variable view tab.
Just how did you get back to the screen, but I'm still getting the GT data file?
This one.
Uh-huh.
So you have to minimize this.
Oh, so you
then,
went
yeah.
back to the...
So there are two windows, output window and the data set, right? So if you go to variable view, you can see all the variable names, type of the variables, right? All those things, the measurement levels, right? You can easily identify, right? Okay. So now we'll move on to creating histograms, right? We're gonna create a histogram for
From executing the changes,
yes.
how do I get back from here?
You have to just there are two windows, as you can see. One is locked.
All right.
Okay, right, we are going to create a histogram for profit variable, right? So for that, go to graphs and click chart builder, right? So this dialog box will appear, just click OK. We have already done this, defining the variables, so just click OK, right? So then you'll get this dialog box, right? From this gallery tab, first click histogram, right? And we are using this simple histogram, right? So click this and drag this to this upper box, right? Okay. So then what you have to do is, since we are drawing a histogram for profit, right, go to variable window, variable box, and click profit, PRO, click this and drag it and drop it in this x-axis box, right? Okay, so then say you want to fit a normal curve on this graph, right? So for that, what you have to do is check this display normal curve option, check this one, right? And you can also give a title for the histogram, right? For that, go to this title or footnotes tab, right, and check this title 1, and then you can type the title title here, right? So also you can change the axis names. For that you have to go to edit properties and click this sorry after you type this, just click apply, right? There's a button called apply. Click that, this one, right? Then if you want to change the x-axis, label name of the x-axis, you have to you can do this by typing the label name here, right? And click apply, right? Similarly, in order to change the y-axis, go to edit property and click y-axis and change the label as axis label and apply, right? After you have edited the histogram, right, click OK. Right? So you'll see your graph in the output window, right? So this is my graph, right? So I'll do the histogram again. So this is my histogram. Yeah. If you click OK, you will get the histogram like this, right? And if you double click on this graph, right, you will get a separate chart editor window, right? So that means you have to double click this chart and you will get a separate chart window, and from this one you can actually change the binning sizes, right, color of the bars, right, lines, all those things, right? So if you want to change the color, you can change it from here, right? The only thing you have to do is first create the graph, then double click on this, right? Right? In the property window, there's a tab called fill and border. Using that you can change the color. Shall we move on? Right? So now we'll learn how to draw a box plot, right? So say I want to draw a box plot for profit. uh, to to check the variability of the profit according to the commission levels, right? So in order to draw a box plot, go to graph, chart builder, right? Click OK here, right? And then go to gallery and go to box plot and click this simple box plot. Click this and drag it to the upper box. Same thing, right? And for y-axis, put profit variable. Click this profit and drag it to the y-axis box, right? And since we are trying to find the distributions according to the commission levels, we have to use commission variable also. So click on this commission variable and drag it to the x-axis box, right? Okay. So same thing, if you want to give a title, again go to title bar, the tab, and check this title one. Type the title and click apply, right? You can also change the x-axis labels and y-axis label. After all the things have completed, click OK. So this is a box plot. You can change the color of the bars, the boxes.
Those are faculty.
Okay, now we'll learn how to get descriptive statistics, right? That means mean, variance, standard deviation, etc., etc., right? So go to analysis, descriptive statistics, descriptives. Right? So say I want descriptive statistics of profit variable. What you have to do is just click this variable and click the right arrow, right? Then in order to give the statistics that you want, right, click options first, right? Then you can check the statistics that you want to display in the output, right? You can actually give the skewness, kurtosis, there are lots of statistics, right? So analyze descriptive statistics, descriptives, right? Click descriptives and you'll get this dialog box. Click profit variable, right click the right arrow, right, then click options button here, right, then check the statistics that you want, right, then click continue, right. So if you check this option, it will save the standardized profit values in the data set, right? So we'll check this and see what happened, right? After that, click OK. Right? So this is the output I'm getting, right? You So here you can see this is the standardized profit values. You can see it in the data set, right? It's a new variable, right? So say I want to have descriptive statistics of two variables together, right? Same thing applies. Go to analyze, descriptive statistics, descriptives. What you have to do is you can give two variables here, and same thing, go to options, give the descriptive statistics that you want to use, and just click OK, right? So you can see there are two variables together. Right? Okay. Okay, say I want to check whether the profit variable, the distribution of profit variable is normal or not, right? So for that we can actually plot a QQ plot, right? That is usually what we are using in order to identify whether graphically identify whether it is whether the distribution is normal or not, right? For that, go to analyze, descriptive statistics, and you can see here QQ plots. Analyze descriptive statistics QQ plots. Here. Right. Then I'm going to draw a QQ plot for profit variable. So click profit, click the right arrow, right? So, and I want to test the distribution of normal, right? So you have to select normal distribution from here, right? And we are estimating the distribution parameters from the data set, right? So because of that we have to check this one, right? And after that click OK. So this is my QQ plot, right? So according to this we can see it is approximately equal, distributed normally, approximately equal to normal. Okay, now we'll learn how to do a hypothesis testing using SPSS, right? So if you check the descriptive statistics of profit variable, right? So the mean is 1120, right? So say by past research, the researchers had found that the original mean should be equal to 900, right? So we want to check whether our population mean is equal to 900 or not, right? So with that, so that means my H0 is mu is equal to 900, right? And H1 is mu is not equal to 900, right? Right? So this is my hypothesis, right? This is the H0, and this is the alternative hypothesis, right? Okay, so for that, go to analyze, right? Compare means, go to compare means and go to one sample t-test. Right? So profit variable is what we want to test, right? So click this one and click the right arrow, right? So what is the test value? What is the test value? We want to check, yeah, check whether the mean is equal to 900. So we have to give 900, right? Okay. So if you click options here, options button here, you can actually change the confidence level, right? Default is 95%. If you want a different confidence level, you can change from here, right? So we are not going to change this one, right? After that, click OK. Right? So this is what we are getting for t-test, right? So this is the here the only difference is from the other softwares, we are not getting a p-value here, right? We are getting a t-statistics, right? This is the t-statistics, right? Okay. So that is how we use one sample t-test. So say I want to compare the means or the means of two say we have found the mean of the profit variables according to the commission levels, right? So we want to check whether those means are equal or not, right? So that means H0 is mean of profit of commission level 1 should be equal to mean of profit of commission level 2. 1 and 0, right? 1 and 0. Okay. So this is my H0, right? So H1 is not equal to, these two means are not equal, right? So for these types of hypotheses, we usually use two sample t-test, right? For that, in order to do that, go to analyze, descriptive, compare means, right? Go to independent samples t-test. Independent samples t-test, right? So we want to check the means of profits. So our test variable is profit. We are checking the means, right? So click profit and click this right arrow, right? And what is the grouping variable? We are considering the means according to the commission levels, right? We are checking the means of group 1 and group 2, right? 2 commission levels. Understood? No? So click commission here and click this right arrow. So that is the grouping variable, right? And you have to define groups, right? So click on this define groups, right? And what is the first group? We can actually give first group as 0, right? And second group as 1, right? Or other way around, it doesn't matter, right? Only thing you have to give the give what are the groups, right? And click continue, right? From here also, if you click options, you can change the confidence level, right? So After that, click OK. Right. So this is the test we are getting, right? So this is the group statistics, right? And here you can see in statistics there are two types of tests, right? We are applying two tests when the variance is equal and the variance is unequal, right? For in here in our output you can see for the profit variable, when equal variance assumed, it gives a different t statistics, and if you are not assuming equal variances, it gives another statistics, right?
Yeah, sometimes I'm having difficulty hearing, so that's all. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Right. Okay, so now we'll try to draw a scatter plot, right? Scatter plot we are using in order to find the relationship, check whether two variables has a positive relationship, negative relationship. For those things we can use a scatter plot, right? For that, same thing, go to graphs, chart builder, right? Then go to gallery, right? And click this scatter or dot option, right? So we are using a simple simple scatter plot. So click this option and drag it into the upper box and drop, right? So we are going to draw a scatter plot using profit and area variables, right? So drag this profit variable into y-axis, right? Sorry. Drag this profit variable into y-axis and area variable into x-axis. Okay. Right. Okay. Same thing applies if you want to give a title. Just go to title tab and check title and give a title name, right? And also if you want to change the names of x-axis and y-axis, you can do that also. After that, what you have to do is click OK. If you have any trouble getting the plot, what you have to do is just first click reset, right? So it resets the window, right? After that, click this one and drag it, right? So you can get the graph more easily, right? So this is my scatter plot. According to this, we can see that there is a negative relationship, right? So say I want to have scatter plots for all the all these 4 variables, right? So if you want to draw scatter plots for these each of these 2 variables, it gives, I think, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah, 6, yeah, I think 6 scatter plots, right? It takes time, and it is actually a tedious work, right? But in SPSS they have an option called scatter plot matrix, right? We can draw all these scatter plots for all these variables in a single graph, right? So for that, go to graph, chart builder, right? Before starting the to draw the graph, click reset, right? And go to gallery, scatter plot, and here you can see that this option called scatter plot matrix, right? So click this and drag it to the upper window, right? And we are using all the scale variables. There are 4 scale variables, right? Drag each of these variables into this box, right? First the profit variable, then click on area variable, and again drag it and drop it, right? Population, drag, drop, outlets, drag, right? So finally I have 4 variables in this box, okay, right? So if you want to change the title, you can change the title, right? After that, click OK. So this is my scatter plot matrix. Actually there are 16 scatter plots, right? So this is the scatter plot for profit and area, and this is for profit and population, right? Likewise, you can have all the scatter plots, right?
So this is all comparing to each other?
Sorry?
This is comparing them all to each other?
Yes. Profit and area, profit and population, profit and outlets, area and profit, likewise, right? So now we'll learn how to compute the correlation coefficient, right? So go to analyze, correlate, and click bivariate, right? So say I want to find the correlation between profit and area, right? So for that, first click profit and click this right arrow, and then click area, click this right arrow, right? And you can, here you can, from these 3 options, you can choose a method to compute the correlation coefficient. I'm using Pearson's correlation, right? And from option, right, so you can have the statistics if you want, right? So if you want, you can check that and click continue, right? And click OK, right? So this is my correlation between profit and area. So this is the correlation. There's a negative correlation between profit and area. Yes. Correlation. Go to analyze, correlate, bivariate. Right? Click that, and you have to select the variables that you want to have the correlation, and check select the method that you want to compute the correlation, and after that click OK. Right? So I don't think we have enough time to complete the other part, right? Linear regression, that is the last part, right? For linear regression, in order to find the linear regression, you have to do is go to analyze, regression, and click linear, right? And you have to give the dependent variable, right? Say I want to find the relationship, predict the profit according to the area, population and outlets, right? So therefore my dependent variable should be profit, because that is what I'm predicting, right? So click profit and give it as dependent, and go click this independent box and click area, give area, population and outlets, right? And if you click this statistics box, right, you can actually select what you want in the output, right? The things you want in the output, you can select it from here, right? If you want a residual analysis, you can check these things, right? And after that click continue, right? And there's another option called plots, right? There are several plots that you can use. Actually we are using lots of plots in regression, right? You can also use those things. If you check these two, it gives a histogram and normal probability plot, right? And if you click save button, right, you can actually save some outputs what you are getting in the data set, right? Understood what I'm saying, right? So you can just check some stuff, and you can identify the changes in the data set, right? After that click continue, right? Okay, so from option you can actually change the confidence levels and all, right? And after that click OK, right? So this is the regression output, right? So, and also you can see in our data set, right, there are lots of new variables, right? These are the variables that I have saved in my output, right? Understood, right? Okay, so that's that, yeah. So can you fill this up for me? So if you want to save your stuff, go to File, Save As, right? Right? Save as, right? And you can give a name, right? And the file type is SPSS statistics, and click Save, right? Okay.